Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Simply Cards by Kathi. I'm Kathi Ondas. Good morning, Mary. Thank you for joining me. Pretty cold here, but not quite 29. Um, I have a couple things to share with you today. This week, I'm going to try something new. I am going to be showing you one stamp set and three different ways to use it over the next couple days. So again, I'll be back on Friday. And then I will be doing probably a Facebook Live sometime during this week and show you the third card. So if you follow me on Facebook, go over later today and take a look at how you'll be able to see that. It is something new that I'll be trying out. And otherwise, I have a lot to share with you. So I am going to get started. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm happy you found me. I hope you'll enjoy what you see and you'll hit that subscribe button. And if you're returning or catching me on the replay, thank you so much for following me and helping me grow my channel. So let's get started because I have some fun things to show you. Okay, today we are going, or this week, we're going to be doing is using the Wishes All Around bundle. Now I'm going to bring this in real quick to show you where you can find it. It's on page 35 of the new mini catalog. It is in stock, and there's so many different things you can do with this bundle that I'm going to actually close this up and we're going to get started. So today we're going to use only the things we're using are the greetings, but the matching dies, we're going to be using the one that looks like, I guess, holly berries or evergreen with berries. We're going to be using this one, and we're also going to be using this one. What I like about this stamp set is it gives you, for the smaller images, like the trees, several different dies to cut out more than one at a time, which is so nice. And the same thing with the snowflakes and the trees. So we're going to be using this and this today, and I have pre-cut them out for you just to save us some time. And let's move this off to the side. So we are making a Christmas card today. Don't worry about measurements. You will have a PDF by, I think, 8 o'clock this evening that you'll be able to download. So sit back, relax, and just enjoy. Today we're using a 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this on our score line and give it a good burnish. Now for this card, it actually is a pretty easy and simple card to do. So I am going to layer this. And what I chose to layer this, hopefully you can see this. I am using the Christmas Tidings embossing folder, and this is in the new catalog or the mini catalog, and you can find it on page 33. And it's one that you almost miss or pass by. I believe it's up in the upper hand corner. I know I missed it on my first round through that catalog, but it's really so pretty, and I love it with this stamp set. So this week, I'm going to show you 3 cards, and today is the first one. So it's kind of a part 1 of a series, and I'm going to be using the exact same supplies as far as stamps, dies, and embossing folder for all 3 cards, but each card is going to be different, focusing on different parts of this bundle. So I've added this layer. And now we're going to go ahead and set this off to the side. Now for this die, for the hollies, I went ahead and I cut one from the Pretty Peacock. and I cut one from the soft shimmer paper. This is in the annual catalog on page 127. And we're going to kind of overlap them and layer them together so that you get a double effect for that. Now, when we're done, I'm going to show you, if you don't have the soft shimmer paper, and this is in Lost Lagoon, don't let that stop you from making the card. Use the Lost Lagoon cardstock. And I am going to show you a card in the end where I use the cardstock and it looks just as nice. But I thought it'd be fun to use this shimmer paper to play with. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to glue these together. And I am using multi-purpose glue in a fine tip bottle. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add some glue to just different parts of my cutout die. And you could use the adhesive sheets on this, but I'll be honest with you. I tore my wreath when I tried to remove the backing, and I'm sure that was just me. But I find it just as easy for me to take this fine tip glue and just add some dots along the way where it will adhere to one another. So I hope you had a good weekend. I'm guessing most of you are ready for trick-or-treaters this evening. We get about 50 or 60. We live in a small development of only 94 homes. So we do get, not get as many as we used to, but it is always fun to see the different costumes. I enjoy that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in my pretty peacock. And I don't want my two wreaths to match entirely. So I don't want to just lay them over one another. I want them to overlap one another and for berries to be in different places, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to lay it over after I had added a little bit of adhesive to this. And I am using my silicone mat because that allows me to press down. And if the glue gets anywhere, it's going to get there. So now we're ready to add some glue to the back of this. And I'm just going to go around. I'm actually going to just follow the wreath around. And then I'm going to hit some places where there are berries because I want this to stick down. I don't want it to be standing up and get torn because it is a fine die cut, but it's just so beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to move my silicone mat out of the way because that has glue on it. And we're just going to go ahead and lay this off to the left side a little bit. And I'm going to give it a good press. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so there's the front. Now we're ready to add a greeting. Now for my greeting, I have a piece of 3/4 inch, and it's however long you want to make it because I'm going to trim it down once it's stamped. So I'm going to bring in my pretty peacock. I love this bundle too, Mary. This was a bundle that I wasn't on my radar right away. And as I went back and looked at it, I just thought of so many different things you could do with it. And I'm so happy I got it. So here's our greeting. Now, I want to make this a banner edge. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. So I'm first going to just trim this off pretty close. And now I have this a little bit longer than I want it. So I'm just going to trim this too. Now I'm going to bring in my banner pick-a-punch. And let me show you that. This does the either pointed banner or like a flagged banner. And I'm going to just slide this in here all the way till it stops. And then I'm just going to press down. And I have this beautiful banner that we're going to add in across here. Now let me show you, if you don't have the pick-a-punch, you can still do a banner. I have one here that I stamped, and all you have to do is cut into it in the middle and then go over here to the corner and cut from the corner into where you made that slit, and then go to the other side and do the same. And you have your own banner. So you don't need the pick-a-punch to do that. So just a quick tip for you. Now I want to pop this up with dimensionals. So I am going to bring in my dimensionals here. And we're going to add them to the end over here. I'm going to add another one over here and then I want to add one to the middle. So let's do that. All right, and we're ready to put this on there. Now we're going to add some to the berries, and we're going to use enamel effects for those, and I'm excited to show you those. So let's put this down. Now, if you've not used enamel effects before, they're very easy to use. But we're going to actually wait to do this to the end. So let's get our inside greeting, because once I put them on, you have to let them dry. And I'm not sure if you've used enamel effects before, but they add so much to the card, and it's such an easy way to do that. So I'm going to check my greeting. I am using the greeting from the stamp set. That is, may the love of friends and family surround you this Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and just stamp this here. I kind of missed a spot, so let's flip it over. Make sure this is inked up well. There we go. Now, I went ahead and cut 2 of these little holly berries out, and I put the enamel effects on them last night so they dry, because I wanted to be able to use them for my inside today. So we're just going to go ahead and adhere these to the inside of our card, and we can even do it up around there. Would add a nice touch. So let's grab my silicone mat back again. And we're going to go ahead and just add a little bit of glue here. And let's add one of these. I'm going to pick this up here. Add one right here. Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to add one over here. So just adding a little bit more glue. And let's add this here. I like that. So let's pop that in on the inside, and then we're going to add our enamel effects to our wreath. Now, the enamel effects, if you're not familiar with them, they are in the annual catalog, and you'll find them on page 137, actually. And you'll see they sell them in a pack of 3, and you can get them in the red, white, and black, which is what I'm using. It's real red. Or it comes in the metallic, the bronze, gold, and silver. Okay, so here's the inside of our card. Now, I have a ton of glue on my fingers, so I want to move that off to the side here. All right, so here's our banner. Now let's add our enamel effects. Now to do that, it comes, it's called Pearlized Enamel Effects in Real Red. I do give mine a little bit of a shake before I use it. And then I'm going to come in and I'm not going to cover all the berries. I'm just going to pick and choose some, and it makes a dot and it will flatten out on its own. And you're just going to drop a dot, and I'm going to go in threes. And I'm going to add another one here. And I'm just going to vary these around the wreath on the front of my card. And they do flatten out. You can see that little point that you get along the way just kind of flattens out, and you get a nice little round berry. Now you can always go back and add more, but I'm just kind of spreading them out. And it's kind of fun to do. And it adds so much to your card. So here's our wreath with the berries. And let that dry, set it off to the side to let it dry. And then I thought it'd be fun to add a red bow. It just kind of dresses it up. So I have real red ribbon here, and we're just going to make a little bow and put that on the front of our card. My fingers are full of glue. There we go. There we are. So once I get my ribbon made, I'm just going to kind of work it until I get it the size I want. And then you can trim it down. So let's trim this off. I don't want very long tails on this. And I'm going to just tighten it up and then pull it a little bit smaller. And with your bows, it's just kind of working them to the size you want. You can always trim them down again. All right, so I'm going to grab a glue dot here. You're welcome, Mary. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I'm going to just bring it in here. And I'm going to press down gently and add it here so that I don't ruin my enamel effects. Let me move this out of the way. So here's our card. Quick, easy, and I think kind of pretty, very pretty. Now here's one, the exact same card where I use the Lost Lagoon. I'm in last year's Christmas cards, Lost Lagoon in the card stock. So both the same, just one using the shimmer paper and one with cardstock. So let me bring you back to me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed doing it for you. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me grow my channel. Feel free to share the video. It just helps all of you to get some inspiration, which is my whole goal in doing this. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Check me out on Facebook, where you will see when the next card goes up. And I will see you again here on YouTube on Friday at 11 a.m. Have a great day, everybody, and happy Halloween.